Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, out on a beautiful fall New Hampshire day, and I want to talk to you about two new products that I'm checking out. The first one is this, which is the Pentegon Hercules 2.0 Fleece, and then the second one is this, which is the Bushcraft satchel, and this one's made from a company called Helikon or Helikon-Tex. Now both these products are coming to me from Military First, who sent them along for review. I've got links down below in the description section if you want to learn more about these products or other products that they carry. So thank you to Military First for sending these out for review. So let's start off and look at the fleece, and then we'll look at the Bushcraft satchel after that. Some of the features worth noting: we do have hook and loop on the wrists to keep that cold air out. We also do have ventilation zips here if you want to let some hot air out. We've got pockets here that have zips, and they do have mesh inside, and then we have pocket here, and there are zipper garages on all of the pockets, so you can put the zipper up inside so it's not moving around and it'll stay in that garage. YKK zipper in the front here does zip up nice and high, and then you can also put the hood on as well. So you can see that's definitely going to be keeping the warmth in for you. You can also cinch the hood down. You do have the elastic cords here if you want to do that. On the inside you can see we do have a pocket here, so you can put your phone in there and then run your earbuds out of there, and then actually up through this loop right here and then into your ear. And then we also have that same pocket, just without the little opening for your earbuds, but on this side as well, and that is mesh on the inside of that pocket. One thing I could tell you about the fleece, as soon as I put it on, I'm like, this thing is warm. It's not made out of wind block material necessarily, but it is definitely keeping the wind, which is significant today, from cutting through and actually getting to my skin. So again, form-fitting and definitely warm. So I'll be looking forward to wear this today, but then into the future. And as always, as I wear it, I'll report it to you guys to let you know what I think about it as I get more and more experience with the product. This is the other product I want to talk to you about. It's the Bushcraft satchel, once again from Helikon-Tex. Its dimensions are 12 by 10 by 7. It's 17 liters, and so the reason I was interested in this is because it has a little bit of the kind of tactical options with the MOLLE on the outside, but also it's, you know, simple enough that it's kind of got a bushcraft feel. The other thing is that because it's 17 liters in the size, it's a little bit bigger than some of the other options I've seen out there. So if you've got more bushcraft gear that you want to carry, you know, this might be a bag that you want to consider. So on the side here, you can see we do have MOLLE. We also have this strap here, so you can put gear in this pocket right here and this pocket right here. You can put gear on the outside, and then obviously you can cinch it down to keep it under control. You can see the buckle here. It is a QD buckle, so you can take it off and put it back on quickly. There is no pad on the shoulder, just to let you know that, but based on the size of it and the weight and the things you can fit in it, that shouldn't be a huge concern, at least for me, just because I'm not carrying enough in here that it's going to like make my shoulder uncomfortable. You can see we do have an external pocket here, and then on the back side, same setup. So a pocket here, and then a pocket here, and then the ability to cinch gear down with that. Let me take it off and show you the back, just so you can see, plain and simple. Let me show you the gear that's actually inside. We do have a large zipper on the top, and you can see that this kind of folds down on itself, but you can also fill it quite high. When you look inside, there's just a lot of space, and there's actually internal organization as well. So I will readjust the camera now to show you inside some of the pockets, and then we'll pull the gear out to show you everything that's in here. All right, so looking down inside, you can see we have a large center pocket. We have a elastic section here that you can store gear in. Down on this end, you can see the elastic gear, and the elastic pocket, and I've got my water bottle in there. This is the front of the bag with this zippered pocket, and there's nothing on the back side on the inside. However, over here on this side, let me spin around, you can see we have a mesh pocket, and I've got a bunch of gear in there. And this thing moves pretty freely, so you can put some things underneath it. Just a very nice, spacious bag for all your bushcraft gear. So here's what I've got inside. I have my water bottle, and inside I've actually got a Sawyer water filter, so that's my clean canteen. I've also got a nesting cup for that. So that's how that setup works. Over on the other side, I've got my Baco saw. I've got some bug repellent, bug spray, so when I'm out in the woods, they're not bothering me. And then I've got a small first aid kit from Wild Hedgehog Tactical. That's everything on that side, yep. Down in the main section, I've got some cordage, and I've got some bright orange duct tape. I've got a large reflective blanket, astronaut blanket, just in case I'm out in the cold and need some covering or some warmth. I've got a compass with a mirror, my Leatherman Wave, my Tops Brachimo, which you can see is well used. I've got some fire starting options, some fat rope stick. I got a candle, I've got a lighter, I've got a fire steel, and then I've got some waterproof matches there. Down on the bottom I have a red shemagh scarf, and then I've got 100 feet of red, white, and blue paracord. So that's all that's in the main section. Then I have this back pocket here where I'm keeping just a, it's basically like a knife, fork, spoon option. I've got a next torch headlamp in there. Got a piece of aluminum foil just for various uses that pop up. I've got the top to my nesting cup. This is from Climate. This is the Cush Recon. It's basically like a little inflatable seat for when you're out in the woods. Got my pocket New Testament. I've got a large needle, sewing needle, and then I've got some salt and pepper and other spices for when I'm cooking out in the woods. And then last up, I've got my blue Mora Eldris. So one thing I can say to you guys about this bag and its capacity is that usually when I get into the woods, I'll take out my knife, my Brachimo, and this will go right on my hip. So I'm carrying this, that frees up a little space inside. With this taken out, which it didn't take up much space, but everything you saw in the bag, I probably have like everything I have in the bag plus another 50% of that, maybe 75% space. So there is just a lot of space in this. I could probably put, a small tarp in here. I could probably put an extra fleece in here, an extra pair of socks. I mean, just this thing has plenty of space to carry your gear, zip it up. And like I mentioned, with the weight that's in here already, no problem. And even if I added, like I said, 50% more weight, I think that the strap should be fine. If it was thinner, that would bother me, but it is a quite durable strap. Looks like a quite durable strap. And yeah, carrying this and using this bag so far, been quite happy with it. All right, guys, let me give you some final thoughts here. First off, price point. For the fleece, you're looking at about 76 bucks, and then for the Bushcraft satchel, about 65. The one thing I'll tell you about the Bushcraft satchel is that if you're looking for a bag that has a lot of form, when you put it down, it's very squared off. This is not the one for you. It's very pliable. For me, that's fine for a Bushcraft bag by the nature of what I'm carrying and how I use it. But if you're somebody who wants, something that's got a lot of structure and form, I'd look to something else. You can get this in up to 5 different colors, again, over at our friends from Military First. As far as the fleece, it's definitely warm. It's a little bit warmer today here in New Hampshire than it normally is this time of the fall. So I'm a little bit more toasted than I want to be, but that just proves the point. It does keep you warm. As the weather gets a little cooler, I look forward to wearing this. Again, as I mentioned, it is form-fitting, so I wouldn't think about wearing, a t-shirt and a button-down, or maybe a t-shirt and a wool, a shirt or sweater, and then this on top. A lightweight t-shirt or maybe some long john, something like that underneath, and then this, I think, is probably going to be your best setup or your best bet for how this thing fits. Now, I just want to note something real quick here. For some products, when you review them, it's like, I've used this for 6 months or a year. Here's what I think about it. Here's all the ups and downs from my extensive testing. Other times, it's just like, here's a first look, my initial impressions, and then there's, all the things in between. I would say this is kind of in between for me. I will be using the fleece and the bag throughout the rest of the fall and into the winter, and hopefully into the spring as well. So I'll report in via social media and other videos as is appropriate to let you know what I think about these two products in particular. But so far, I've been happy with them. And again, I think the main advantage of the bag is that it gives you quite a bit of space. It's organized internally, and yet it's pretty lightweight. I just like the setup for it. So for me, this is kind of the style of Bushcraft bag that I like. I had like a Polish bread bag a couple years ago that I was working, but passed that on to a friend. And so now I've got this bag instead that I'll be testing out. Again, the fleece, form-fitting and definitely warm, so we'll be using this into the rest of the fall and into the winter as well. Thanks as always for checking out the videos. Got a couple more queued up for you right here. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.